what's up, everybody? WWE Hall of Famer, the Godfather here, and you're watching Grown Man Record Night. So let's everybody get aggressive and get on the whole train.
Hello? I got hello?
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 Hello? We on? Hello?
I think it's working.
Hello? Hello?
Hello. Hello, 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 hello.
Steve, I'll get right to the point here. What happens when you eat tinfoil?
Tinfoil?
Tinfoil. You sheet metal. No! Everybody. Welcome to Grown Man Record Night. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a fantastic show for you this evening. We really appreciate you spending your Friday night right here live.
Where else?
Where else you going to be on a Friday night? I can think of no better place to spend your Friday night. Hope everybody's had a fantastic week. Steve, good week?
I drove through a lightning storm to get here.
Well, sure. Why wouldn't you? What's this week been like for you?
Nah, it's been kind of a drag.
A lot of it's week after a vacation for me, so it's been fine. It's been fine. But
No different.
no, trying to get the graphic up. Boom. There we go. Metal Theologian just got in from Orlando, and boy, is his arms tired.
What'd you have for July 4th?
Wieners. Jay brought his youngin'
I
over.
made steak kebabs.
Ooh.
Very good.
Jay had to take off this evening. He was over here hanging with us playing some records earlier, but Jay's put in a lot of hours this week. And he couldn't quite make it. It was getting a little bit of a situation to where he was worried about being too sleepy to drive home and all that jazz.
Okay. Yeah, he did a lot of hours.
So we let Jay go home for the evening. Yeah, what everybody else have? Shane had some brats. That's good stuff. Jay brought his kid over, and me and Jay's kid played some Fortnite. We had a little Fortnite.
Yeah, who won the Fortnite? Do you have a little tournament?
Man, come on. He's like 4 or 5, and I'm a professional gamer. Who do you think won, Steve? Jesus Christ!
Did you rub it in his face?
Oh, it is funny because I was it was 4th of July. So
Wasn't the rule like you were supposed to eat a wiener in front of the loser?
No, that would have been good though. I did. I was kicking back a little bit on the side. I wasn't trying to be Mr. Drunkard in front of a young man. But as I got a little bit of a buzz working, I did work in. I murked this dude from like way far off, and I looked at the kid and I was like, "You know why I did that to that dude?" I was like, "Because I'm just better." And I kept saying it. It's like, you know how I was able to do that? I'm just better than he is. Had to weave. I want to weave a little bit in out of the kid. If I can get that off on the kid a little bit.
Okay.
I think that's a good move. Yeah, he should come back. Let's give Jay a call. Tell him to come back.
Jay, we need you to come back.
We should totally call him back.
We should call him.
Yeah, get him on. Let's wait till the last half of the show where he's for sure asleep and call him.
Hey, what were those jokes you told us earlier, Jay?
Jay was telling some jokes. We may save them for October. Some good stuff. Some good stuff. But yeah, man, it's been a cool week. Hope everybody's enjoying their time. The COVID shit's getting kind of gnarly again. A lot of people getting caught up in that mess.
People starting to get pissed off about folks
Nancy.
not wearing their masks. And
Yeah.
things are getting ugly.
Call him and ask him if he's tried the chip at the end of the show. Yeah, well, we should totally wait till he's asleep, though. That's definitely the move. That's absolutely the move. Did you go digging this week?
I did not.
I did not. I was gonna go. Did you bring digs for this week though?
Yeah,
You got some digs.
I got some.
I was actually gonna go, but I ended up backing out. It just wasn't. I wasn't feeling it. Wasn't feeling it. That's okay. There's still lots of great records to play, and it's no big deal. We got stuff to talk about. We got a fantastic chip chat coming for a chip I'm really excited about.
Yeah.
Did you bring a soda?
I brought a soda.
Steve's got a great soda. We got a couple of death tributes coming up. As Metal Theologian likes to say, we're the home of death here. So we got a couple of death tributes. We got a game. Steve brought in a game.
I brought a game.
It's a long game. It's a good game. It's not is it an album cover game?
It is an album.
It's an
album cover game.
And if you guys are good, if everybody's just real good about it now, we'll play us a little marbles here in a little bit. So everybody act like you're somebody now. Everybody acts nice, and we'll play a little marbles, okay? I may even take you to McDonald's afterwards, but you gotta be good now. All right. So wait a minute. I will say last week on the show, and I really appreciate Deep Track Zach if he's on. We were streaming along last week, and Zach's always with us on here on YouTube, and he popped up on Twitch and was like, "Yo, your stream got deleted." It's like, say what? And I knew that happened to like Dead Wax before.
Mm-hmm.
Randy had that problem where he played something copyrighty or whatever, and they just yank your stream off. And so I was kind of confused. So we kept going on Twitch or whatever, and I'm like, well, we record the show that we're doing as well, locally to the drive.
So it got yanked during the stream.
We got yanked during the stream, so there's no record on YouTube of the show ever happening. And so I just got this email from YouTube saying, you guys have violated the community standards. And I'm like, yeah, no shit. So, but it didn't tell me what was the problem. So I didn't know if we said something squirrely. And I was like, we don't say nothing too squirrely. You know what I mean? I'm aware that we're live and on the air and that we have employers and stuff. You know, we can't be too squirrely. But then again, I was like, did I play copyrighted music? And I was like, was it a commercial? I don't know. Went back and finally realized that it was that 4th of July commercial we played last week, the black and white drive-in movie theater thing.
Yeah.
Got us popped like crazy. And so I just re-uploaded the show, and I was able to go into YouTube and just hit trim, and it went yoink and just yanked the copyrighted portion out. So I was able to upload it. I know it was a couple of days later, or no, it was the next day.
Right.
So it was 12 hours later than normal. It sucked because that doesn't include the live chat, which is great if you watch on YouTube like the next day. It's great to be able to pull up the
you can see the chat,
the live chat, see what was going on. But luckily we were able to make it work and get it on the YouTubes like we like to do. If you guys aren't following us over on YouTube, give us a sub over there. Follow us on Twitch. We'd appreciate you. Just a quick little plug.
Basically, that's what we do.
That's what we do. This is how we make a living. This is the only thing we do to make a living. So if you guys send lots of money and records and booze or whatever, anybody's got sisters, that's fine too. Whatever you got. Whatever you got. So something else interesting this week, actually yesterday, got a text from Mr. Bizarro, good friend of the program.
Mm-hmm.
And he says, man, there's a record store in your area in North Carolina doing a Facebook Live, like selling records on Facebook Live. I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. And he's like, man, they got some crazy prices though. Should I call them out? They're in Wilmington. I'm going to call them out.
Call them out.
I'll let you get chat. Should we call them out? Because let me tell you what they were doing. They were putting stuff up Let me tell you this. Well, this pissed me off. And I posted this in Discord, and people in Discord were pissed off. Jimmy Buffett records. 15-20 bucks. There was a Johnny Cash and
no, it's in Wilmington now,
Yeah.
so
it's a local store.
That'll
It's a
sell.
smaller store. Shane said yes. He's a mod, so here we go. The name of the place is the Record Bar in Wilmington. Maybe the best people on the earth. I don't know. Never been there. I even reached out to Carl. This is where Carl lived before he lived on the boat.
Right.
So Carl was like, no, they must be new or something. He's like, I know that Carl used to deliver pizzas for like years. He's like, I know that address. That's a new spot. That's a new tenant or whatever. But they had like, yeah, Mr. Bizarro's on here. It used to be downtown. It used to be a kiosk. But they had, that was some of the, somebody said the greatest one. This is what made me turn it off. Jim Croce records. Like a best of Jim Croce. $18.
What?
$18. And people were buying it.
What's a dollar record?
People that kept Lionel Richie, 16 bucks. This is the big one. Shane just mentioned it. Buckingham Nicks, $89. And people were like, I want it. I felt bad. I wanted to jump in there and be like, yo, Discogs, people. Oh my God. If these are, they have to be new collectors. You would assume.
Or family.
Or nobody like within their right mind is going to do that. That's been collecting records for longer than 6 months. After 6 months, you're going to know. Yeah, Mr. Bizarre, Best of Bread, 19 bucks.
Wow.
Right? So anyway, I think we're going. Next time they do this, man, I don't want to say this, but maybe we should pay them a visit. Everybody that's on this, every friend of the program, let's get in there. Because we got good stores out here. You know, we got Hippo and Underdog and King Records here locally. Noble Records in Charlotte. Dylan's got the Spot, Harvest Records up in Asheville. All like super dope North Carolina shops. And a shop like that, or Remember When in Greensboro, that are charging $20 for dollar records, but they're in such good shape. Oh my God. I know this is a Lawrence Welk record, but it's near mint. So it's $24. Fucking here. That really pisses me off. It really does piss me off. But anyway, that I had to mention that. You know, I should have threw up the editorial graphic, but it's too late now. It's too late. Yeah, it's too late. But anyway, yeah, it's Mr. Bizarro said he had them price the Bang self-titled $80. I mean, what do you people do? I mean, how are you not even like, that's beyond eBay prices. Because I've had a lot of like small record stores look things up on Amazon or eBay, literally as you're checking out. And that's when you have to like, okay, I told one, I was like, you have to check the eBay sold listings. Because I can list a ball of my ball hair on there for $90. They can sit on there for a week and then be like, oh, Mikey Bananas ball hair is $90. It's like, no, nobody bought it for that.
Right.
I mean, they probably would, let's be honest. But, you know, that's just nonsense. Anyway. What's up, Marvin Griff? Said he got the bulk of his vinyl at the record libraries when the stations went digital. Yeah, that's... And, you know, there's a lot of these records, especially that common stuff. I mean, you can even... You find that stuff for $1, and you may find a Fleetwood Mac or something. It may be in rough shape. But sooner or later, a Goodwill is going to have a decent one. Or your local shop will have a decent one for $5 or $6. So you don't need to, you know, or you could go buy the reissue. If you want a nice, clean, brand new copy of stuff, there's nothing wrong with that either. If you don't want to play that game, you know, for me, that game is kind of part of it, but
right.
know, that's not for everybody. Somebody may want to buy it online. That's fine. Or if you know, if you live out in the middle of nowhere, you may not have access to, your thrift stores suck where you are, or you got high price record stores. You know, what if you live down there, for crying out loud? But probably some of those female 5Ls fans. Shave, sell, repeat. Aaron knows the story. Fleetwood Mac Rumors thinks it was like 26. Yeah, it was crazy. It was really crazy. And I would, God bless a local store trying to survive on what they're doing right now. That's why I hesitate to like call somebody out, because we know these are unprecedented times, Steve. But at the same time, get out of here with that noise. That's just nonsense, man. You're going to go out of business when people finally get hip to that. You're not going to survive. There's no way. There's no way you can survive unless you're the only show in town. I got to think that I know there's other record stores in Wilmington. I've been to them. You know, Cameraman lived there for a long time. Carl's been there a long time, and Carl always has really dope records. And Carl's not somebody that's going to pay out the wazoo for nonsense, unless it's a Core Blund test pressing, which he just got.
Or like those Ocean Waves album. He probably didn't pay much.
Ocean Drive.
Ocean Drive.
Yeah.
He probably didn't pay much for those, but they probably sell a lot at that other place.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's it's really silly, man. It makes me angry because I know there's some young cat that's really getting into it, and a lot of people that first start collecting don't have a lot of money. You know, if you're a college student and you're like, yeah, I'm into records now, and you like want to get that vibe, it's hard enough as it is already. It's not like it was even when we started collecting heavy, where you could go find tons of stuff pretty cheap. That's 10 years ago now, since we've been doing like the show almost, and even it's night and day from then.
Right.
You know. So, I know people that bought stuff in the 80s, or God forbid, the 90s, when nobody was buying records. Goodwill was littered with stuff like that. So, I don't know. I just found it to be a little stupid. A little stupid. We did have a couple people croak this week, as we know we're the home of death.
Right.
So, I want to start with, because I want to pose a moral and ethical question here.
Okay.
We're going to get a little deep here on the show. Now, Charlie Daniels passed this week. Love playing some Charlie Daniels on the show. We played some of this recently. A lot of his stuff is way funkier than you would think Charlie Daniels stuff is. And I didn't realize until doing this research, he's ironically enough, you know where he was born?
I know it was North Carolina.
Wilmington, North Carolina.
Wilmington,
the same
North
place
Carolina.
that bullshit record store is. But he was a mover and shaker in the 60s. Did you realize? Played guitar and bass guitar on Dylan's Nashville Skyline.
I knew he played with Dylan.
Worked with Leonard Cohen and George Harrison and a whole bunch of people. I had no idea. And I think the Charlie Daniels early on may have been a little bit different than later in life. Now, I've had this happen with some family members, and maybe you guys have too.
You're talking about the person, Charlie.
Yes. As time moves on, I don't know what it is, but I've had some family members turn extremely conservative and get hung up on certain issues that are like really, really important to them. Where I see it as a few years ago, you could have gave two shits about this, but all of a sudden it's like their thing. Like Charlie Daniels was big on like Benghazi and like he's huge, and we're not getting political here. It doesn't matter what you think about it. It's irrelevant. It could be something extremely liberal or whatever. But my question is, at what point does an artist political or something like that, something like politics, keep you from listening to or buying their records? Is there a jumping off point? Like if you're a super liberal cat and you don't like the stuff he's saying, do you stop listening to or enjoying or picking up Charlie Daniels records?
Or if you're more conservative, when Roger Waters starts talking,
That's a great, yeah.
you decide. I mean, do you decide not to listen to Roger Waters or Pink Floyd, or do you just, look the other way and say, well, the music's one thing. But
Yeah. I mean, I typically try to disregard that kind of stuff. Because if you start playing that game, I mean, think about how many bands especially in the 60s and 70s, were playing grab ass with a bunch of younger chicks. Pretty much all of them. I mean, you could say, you know, Kiss, Zeppelin, they've all had a history, and you know, people know that they've done some stuff. If you're going to start playing that game, you're going to have a very small record shelf.
Jerry Lee Lewis.
Jerry Lee Lewis, I mean, at least he ended up marrying
His cousin.
his cousin. But, hey, what's up, Luke? Yeah, Rip Charlie Daniels. Yeah, we love playing. Yeah, Aaron makes a great point. Not sure about music, but definitely deleted people off friends list since March. Yeah. True metal theologian. It's not just in their, you know, it's in their music too. Some of them. I mean, I don't listen to Charlie Daniels' old stuff and think. I mean, it's a little country, so you assume people that are of that kind of country vibe are probably going to be a little conservative. I mean, Hank Williams Jr., I'm sure he's conservative as hell, but I don't weigh that into things. Or if somebody's really super into a cause, unless they just really annoy me as a person. I think the ultimate example of this is Nugent. You know, people love Ted Nugent's classic rock fans, are big Nugent fans, and Boy Dukes is fantastic. I'm much more of a fan than that. But he starts running his mouth and stuff. Did it make me think a few times about like, that's, I mean, I wasn't a big fan to begin with, so it was quick for me to be like, screw that dude. But I don't know. Do you jump off at some point?
Probably, not knowing, you know.
Yeah. Music stars annoy you more than musicians. Yeah. Yeah. Or, I mean, anybody that feels like they need to get up and say something about stuff. That bothers me anyway, because who gives a shit? But you know, but music's very political by its nature. Music's always been political and whatnot. But I just think at some point you have to either disregard it or only take extreme circumstances. Now, Michael Cron mentions like blatant racist bands never support. Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, like, you know, Stoycroft and Screwdriver and stuff like that. You know, that really didn't have a space on the shelf, although they're very collectible. But yeah, you know, it's I was just interested. I wondered what other people thought about that, because I don't really think about it too much, because I think that's a slippery slope. But anyway, we also lost another juggernaut, Ennio Morricone, who we love here on the program. We play this kind of stuff all the time. This dude scored so many fantastic.
He did some pretty out there stuff too.
He really did. It was
pretty experimental, kind of, you know.
He was 91. Dude, he wrote the music for more than 500 movies. And it was kind of interesting that he used all kinds of like weird sound effects and stuff. And apparently the good, the bad, and the ugly, that noise, can you do it?
Wah, wah.
No, the that thing, it's supposed to be a coyote.
Okay.
That's a coyote's howl. But he did kind of a unique little relationship with directors, where he wanted the like minimal dialogue and kind of the music to really lead into the story, which is interesting. I never really thought about that, but totally, because think about, I'm sorry, I was on my close shot. But those movies, and I'm thinking specifically like the Clint Eastwood stuff, Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, Fistful of Dollars, the music plays such a huge role for a Western. You don't really think of music playing such a huge role in Westerns, except for Morricone stuff, to me. It's very fantastic stuff, man. I mean, I would say it's a huge loss, but dude was 91. We should be so lucky, you know what I mean? To score 500 movies, be renowned, and live to 91. I think we're good to be like, you're good to go, bro. We appreciate what you left us with here, anyway. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's another one. So that's your update on who died.
On death.
Now I was gonna say I was gonna play some Pallbearer tonight. love Paul Bear, terrific stoner doom outfit out of Little Rock, Arkansas, which is very unique. But had a guy that I used to play a lot of music with. He was in he wasn't in my band. He was in like other bands, but we played together at shows for, God, decades. He knew I was a Paul Bearer fan, so he sent me a message today and said, "Did you realize they released a brand new like video, and it's teasing an upcoming album coming out? I think it's October. Yeah, October 23rd on Nuclear Blast. Their 4th LP is going to be called Forgotten Days." But they released a new video. I forgot what it's called. Oh yeah, Heartless. You can watch that now. It's out. You can go check that out if you're into stoner doom stuff. Go check out.
I wouldn't do it now, but
No, I wouldn't do it now. We would probably get in trouble. What was my yes, just keep watching. See, you guys didn't tell me the music stopped.
maybe they were just enthralled with your voice.
Of course. Well, they should be. I mean, what are we talking about here? But Bring Out Your Dead. Yeah. But that's fantastic band. Super heavy, tuned down, gnarly, with some nice pretty singing over that, which is great to have that tuned down gnarl to it and still have some melodic singing that's not, you know. I like some of that shit too, but that's not always. It's Jay's fault. Perfect. Oh, where's the Some Girl? Somebody asked. Oh, it fell down. See it down here at the bottom? It fell off. The Some Girl's cover. It's underneath the skeleton.
I see it.
Yeah. It fell down. Did add some more stickers up there though. There it is. Oh. Are you scotching it? My dad would say you're scotching it. So some of the stuff that that's kind of, I didn't have a lot of news stuff other than that. So some of the stuff that came out now, full disclosure, I will say, when I get this stuff of this information for the vinyl that came out today, I get it from this site called upcomingvinyl.com. Okay. Now, I wouldn't mention this
credit's due.
Give our hand away here, except for the fact that Upcoming Vinyl has apparently released an app. I downloaded it today, so you can check out on iOS or Android the records that are coming out like this week. It gives you a nice big fat list. Pretty sweet. So if that's something you're interested in, it's worth checking out. And that's where I get all of this stuff, you know, this information I tell you guys. This week, it's going to be some stuff that's a little bit left of center. We're not talking Zeppelin, Floyd reissues and stuff like that. I was looking for some weirder stuff. Whoa, what's going on? What's going on?
Stabbed myself with stupid.
So this band, the cover kind of struck me. Boom. Brain bags. And look at this cover. I saw that and I was like, okay, let's see what this is. These guys are from Salt Lake City. A fresh take on infectious garage psych ball. Psychedelic jungle era cramps would be a good starting point for these sludge Utah natives. But they said there's a heap of 13th floor elevators, sky Saxon seediness, screaming raw synth pulps. I mean, it's crazy. But it does kind of remind me of the Cramps in a way. This is one worth giving a little listen to. I streamed it today, and it's a band I've never heard anything about. I just thought it was kind of neat. Grabbed me. Call Brain Bags. Somebody come up with a number now. Fever's over there checking his blood sugar. That old thumbtack. Oh, that's funny. But yeah, give those guys a whirl. Let's see what else we got going on here. Now, we don't do a whole lot of hip-hop, new hip-hop on the show. But I did want to mention, because this is somebody that's stuck out for a few years to me, and that's Earl Sweatshirt. If you guys have never listened to Earl Sweatshirt, that's some of the best modern hip-hop I've heard in a long time. I guess it's the second LP came out today, and it looks like a black metal record. I mean, it's got a big fat goat on it. It's called Feet of Clay. Came out today. I don't know a whole lot about it. It mentions a bunch of people that's on it. You guys probably wouldn't know it from Adam's House Cat. I wouldn't either. But very critically acclaimed new hip hop. It's not that mumble rap nonsense that you hear on commercial hip hop radio. It's kind of like Kendrick Lamar, that kind of Run the Jewels. I don't want to say backpack hip hop, but it's like it's good stuff, man. Holy shit. Aaron's got a number for brain bags. I got to drink a little more, Aaron. Write that down. Steve's got to call him this time.
I wouldn't begin to know what to say.
Steve does well with that stuff.
Oh, right.
We all remember the casket huffer interview. That was pretty spot on. You know, speaking of Ennio Morricone, came out today. Did he do the original Psycho music?
No,
Apparently.
that was.
This is the second in a series of 5 double vinyl releases that bring together some of Morricone's greatest soundtrack music. Each collection centers on a different movie genre. Together, they allow the listener to rediscover the unmatched genius of the great movie composer. The Maestro. That's not what the collection's called. This is dedicated to Morricone's work with Italian directors spanning from the 60s to early 80s. So this may
I
be...
think the Psycho was maybe the same person that did the score music for heavy metal.
But I'm thinking this is a different Psycho, I think, is what this is. This is an Italian film called Psycho.
Okay.
I think that's what the jumping off point here is. So that's I mean, it looks cool. I'd have to give it a whirl, but I mean, it's Morricone. I've not really heard any of his stuff. That I did buy a double CD of his that had some scores on it that I picked up in Goodwill. There was some stuff on it. I'm like, oh, this is kind of love songy stuff. So, not to talk ill of the dead, but it's not all gold.
Well, you need that in certain films, though.
Sure. I mean, you score what you score.
You're going to make 500 films.
Now, this is something interesting that popped up. Kind of weird avant-garde black metal stuff, and the reason I really pulled this is crazy cover. That's not why I pulled it. Nexion. I know this band because they're Icelandic, and I want to say Ragnar, a good buddy from Iceland, is buddies with one of these guys in the band.
Really?
If not, I know he definitely turned me on to him. I'm pretty sure it's a buddy of his though. This is their long-awaited debut album, 7 Oracles. It was supposed to come out on summer solstice, I guess. But this is kind of what it said. The nature of existence and human value and meaning are all central themes in every religion, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. But this is, I've listened to their stuff before. It's black metal, but it's a little bit out there for black metal. So very interesting. And I knew that name, and I'm like, well, I follow these guys on Facebook. And I did it because Ragnar told me, you got to check these guys out. So very cool. I'm stoked to have seen that, and like, I want to say that's a buddy of his. So that's even cooler. Something else weird and Scandinavian. Told you, man, this is weird city tonight for like stuff that came out today, because there wasn't a whole lot that was just. I'm not even going to try to pronounce this, but these are instrumentals by Norwegian, I believe. Old Burger Beats. I saw the Burger Beats, and I was like, okay, I got to look this up. So what this is it's kind of hip hop, it's jazz-based instrumental hip hop. Kind of like the Jazzmatazz stuff, and it's really good. It's kind of like some of the stuff that we're playing underneath us right now on the show, actually.
Okay.
That kind of lo-fi hip-hop kind of sound, which I really enjoy, especially while I'm working or just kind of chilling out. Keep it as background music, keep it going through the house, keep it going hours a day sometimes, just so there's stuff, going on the show, in the room. But yeah, definitely check that out. That's worth a little stream. That's kind of what I had for stuff that came out today.
Right.
Hope you got your mask on. I just spit everywhere. So, should we do a cover game?
You ready?
You guys ready to do a little game time?
Got your thinking caps on?
Well,
I don't think it's not a difficult quiz.
It's a weird quiz.
It's a little different.
It's a little different. It's not a normal There is a theme, right?
There's no theme. And
Well-
because there's no theme, I made some extras. So there's
Right.
actually 15 covers that we need to, but it's not actually the cover.
Okay. Do I show this one first?
Yes, you do.
So
So
this may get us in trouble.
the
but-
name of this quiz is How Well Do You Know Your Backside?
Okay. Okay.
So it's not the front of the album, it's what's on the back of the album.
Oh, I see. I thought it was going to be a bunch of butts.
No.
Because you know, there's a lot of albums with butts on.
There are a lot of albums with butts, and I thought about that, but
TOS, yeah. But I really thought, because I was like, man, if you start showing naked butts like the
right,
Roger Waters thing, I was
there's a
like,
lot of that.
like,
I thought we'd probably cross the line.
yeah. So some people would.
No, this is on the back side of the LP.
Gotcha. So let's jump into the first one here.
Okay.
And you guys in chat, we won't answer. Looking for the first.
Oh, let me get my phone so I can see who's chiming in.
We're looking for the first person in chat to identify the name of the album. And here's our first one. Boom. Who knows what this is?
These are not hard.
Steve says they're not hard. Come on, guys, get in. Wake up, everybody. Let's go.
Or maybe they are hard.
Maybe they are hard. Maybe you guys just don't know anything about music.
Familiar, yes.
Familiar, yeah. It's a very popular.
Do you know your backside?
It's a very popular record. Boom, Metal Theologian. Deep
Yep.
Track Zach right behind him.
Yep.
There you go. I know we're on a little bit of delay here, so this may be a little
That's
weird.
all right.
That's all right though. Okay, let's go to the next one.
You ought to get
I
this
think
one.
Metal Theologian got it, and he was on YouTube, which is a little heavier of a delay, so that's even more impressive. Here we go. Backside of an album cover right here. Huh? Anybody know this one? How much do you pay attention to the back of records? Now that I'm thinking, boom,
The
Mr.
Doors.
Bizarro, The Doors.
Strange Days.
There you go, baby. A lot of guys jumping in here. Here we go. I think this is Metal Theologian's favorite band, The Doors. All right, let's go. Let's move on to the next one here. Boom. You guys be tallying your scores here, because I'm not doing it because I don't want to.
All right, what we got here?
What is this one? This one's got me. I had one or two of these. This is pretty. That's a little tough, Steve. That's a little tough. Big, heavy artist. I mean, it's nothing.
If you know your numbers,
Oh yeah.
Blue Train.
Oh boom! Look at
Shane.
that. Shane jumping in there. Good job, Shane. The mod showing you guys how it's done. Let's keep it moving here. Boom. Oh.
Now I did remove a few of the titles that were more that would give it away.
Gotcha. But it is the back. Not the Stones. Oh, boom, Mr. Bizarro. Never mind the bollocks. Yes, sir. Yep. You guys are on it. You guys are on it. I'm loving it. Let's keep it moving. We got a bunch of these. Steve did a bunch of these, so we have to keep this moving. All right, what is this here? This one's got me, I think. What? This one's hard. Oh, Butch Scotty. Oh, Zepp got in there first. Zepp got in there first.
Yeah, I couldn't put the ear. That'd be a giveaway.
You guys jumped on that a lot quicker than I thought. I'll be honest. Good job, everybody. You guys are working for some of that McDonald's, ain't you? I know what you do. You want some marbles? You want some McDonald's?
I think this one's easy.
Okay. Here we go. Not Wet Willie.
Hey
Boom.
Jude.
Zepp getting in there. If we call your name, make sure you're tallying your scores, because then we'll send you a bag full of farts through the mail. Oh, here's another one. What is this now? It looks like a cartoon. Like a cartoon album, maybe. No, not a cartoon album. Another big heavy hitter, though. I'll give that away. Boom, Metal Theologian. Pink Floyd. Lickety Split. You guys are on this shit, man. I have to tell you. Yeah, Piper. Yes, sir. I don't know if I would have got this one or not. When I saw it, I was like, oh, yeah, come on, dude. Anybody? Anybody got this? Funkadelic, Scotty Strychnine. Whoops.
Theologian right behind him.
Right behind. That was close. That was a close race right there. Like some of our marble races, right? Keep it moving. Ooh. Somebody should get this one pretty quick. Boom. Vance in there. Yeah, a lot of you guys got this one. Boom. There you go.
Like I said, most of these are pretty easy.
Yeah. Well, that's, you know, that's because it's harder. It's a harder concept, so you can't do, you know.
Yeah, you can't come with some
Weird
obscure album that no one's going to like.
Well, this is funny that you put this one in here. I know who should get this one. Anybody? Boom. Yep. Cameraman got in there with the Stones. Yeah. Bob Seger. Aaron, you're banned. I'm clicking to ban Aaron Griffin right now. I can't ban the Top Shot, though. Yeah, Some Girls. That's it, man. Ooh. Okay. This is very nondescript on this next one.
I mean, the whole backside is there, but except for the what's on the poster.
What is this? Can't read that because it's so blurry. Broke Puppies. No, but I love that name. I can't. I don't even know what this is, Steve. So you're gonna have to tell me.
It's on the top.
I can't read that. You tell me if somebody gets it.
I don't think. Yeah.
Okay.
Theologian got it.
Okay. Goodbye, Yellow Brick
And
Road.
Shane.
Okay. All right. Nice little scene here. Nice little scene.
You ought to get this one.
You guys better get this one. Come on. Yes, sir. Vance in here. Sabbath. The first and most important. Yes, sir.
That's the rest of the front album, the front cover.
It's weird, but you know, that's what I immediately thought. But at the same time, I can't remember looking at the back of that.
I never recalled that. When
I
I
don't
saw it, I was
either.
like, "That's the back."
No,
Yeah,
I saw the foliage, and I immediately thought of. But
The color scheme gives it away.
But I was thinking of the first. I was thinking of, the front side. I wasn't
Yeah.
thinking of the back. I forgot that's kind of what we're doing, to be honest. California.
Looks like a little bit.
Wow. This one may be tough. I don't know how quick you guys, but God,
Oh,
Vance.
oh,
Holy shit, dude. Man, you were running away with this shit. You're going to get that bag of farts in the mail, buds.
2 more.
2 more. All right. Huh. Oh. Some of you guys won't get this because you hate this band.
There's a clue.
There's a clue. I think this may be the stumper right here. This may be the stumper question. Is this the ungettable question? Coldplay, Hootie, Spirit.
Okay,
Boom,
computer.
D-Track Zach. Coming in strong. Good job, bud. That's a good, man, that's tough. That's tough sledding right there. All right, we got one more. Where are you going, Steve?
No, I'm just lowering the mic. My
Okay.
mic's too hot. My voice just projects too
That's
much.
all right.
My
We gotta
voice
hear
is
one
too
of us.
much.
All right, here's the last one. Here's the last one. Does that language give it away? Yep. No, not Van.
Metal
Not
theologian.
Devo.
Metal theologian.
Oh,
got
Metal
it.
Theologian got it. There we go. Kraftwerk. I don't know. I'm not as familiar with that album.
Yeah, it's
What's
a little less familiar.
But I'll tell you from-
if you remember the front though, it's the front of that machine.
Oh yeah. But from the German, I would have probably guessed Kraftwerk. That's a good game. You guys have fun with that game? That's a good game. GG's, everybody. GG's. Let's get a little GG action in the chat, please. I know. That's funny, man. That's good stuff, man. Good job, everybody. Tell you what, let's get into what we played this evening. And then that'll carry us into a little game of marbles before we do Dig of the Week. We call that a tease in the business. I don't know how familiar you guys are with the internet television business, but we're on it over here. So this is a what we played. Got a nice little stack, kind of a nice job. Vance, I think he ran away from it. I think you guys can probably help me out, but I think Vance at ZEPPELIN probably won that. I think he had more of the correct answers than anybody. Oh, we got Luke wants to do it again next Friday. Steve, you got your project, see? This is what you start, dude. This is what you start. So right off the top, played a little Call of Duty leading into the show tonight, and like happens most times, I was like, oh, the game ended. It was right at 8:30, and I'm like, oh, boom, let me. And then Jay showed up, like lickety splits. I'm like running around. Oh, I got. It's funny because sit here and do nothing all day. Still ended up loading all those graphics in that we just did in the middle of the show.
Right.
Hurry up, and then play Call of Duty, and I'm like, I don't have a record to play. Should have had all this planned out and whatever, but you know, that's what happens. But I ran up and grabbed kind of a blind stab in the jazz section. I'm glad of the record that I pulled because this is a fantastic way to start the Friday night. Michael Cron was in the chat, and I said, he talked about this is a great dig, and I was like, man, and it's a perfect first cocktail of the evening kind of record. You hear this horn, man, and you know it's some Jerry Mulligan. This is Butterfly with Hiccups. I picked this up at a thrift store, an antique mall. This is a killer gatefold. It's got like this, I don't know what you call this. It's got like a little story on each of these little folds here. I'm doing this backwards, but you can kind of see. It's pretty neat.
Careful.
Oh look, we can color that. I got some crayons in there. You guys like coloring? I got a 64 box with a sharpener. No cap. I for real have it. That's a great record, man. And you know when you hear Jerry Mulligan, man. You know it's Jerry Mulligan. I'd love to be that musician. As soon as you start playing, you're like, oh, dude. I mean, like Ornette Coleman's kind of like that. Or
I'll just read you the first line of this story.
Okay.
Butterfly with Hiccups. Jerry Mulligan. Being an owner of a purple Tasmanian owl and a chameleon of varying hues, a butterfly with hiccups is nothing out of the ordinary to me. Thank you very much. And scene.
they were smoking weed over there. That's what was happening. I'm pretty sure. That sounds like a weed poem, if you ask me. This is some very, very awesome VCLT from.
I'm scratching my back on your vinyl.
What are we doing here?
Feels good. All right. What are you doing?
Nothing. Taking out a snooze.
De-snoozing yourself?
De-snoozing. This is some nice VCLT from, you guys may see, Liver Lobes, or you guys know John Tambroni in the vinyl community. Years ago sent us a box of, like, holy shit. Out of the box we pulled my copy of...
you remember all this? Jesus.
a couple of the...
How do you remember this?
Come on. But I remember we went, like, it was to both of us, so we did like a back and forth on it.
Yeah, yeah.
The first one I picked was Freak Out, Mother's Invention, and you took David Bowie's Low.
Yes, I did.
And I remember I took some, there's some Zeppelin in there. There was some, I can't remember, oh God, I'm forgetting the, Roxy Music was in there. This is one that was in that stack. Hello? Come on. Dreams. This is a killer. I still don't know.
I have a Dreams album, not that one.
God, it's so good, man.
Yeah.
What you would consider these guys? This is Imagine My Surprise.
Kind of fusion-y.
So, Fusion. Columbia, Looking for a Year.
71 maybe?
You know.
Let me see.
But it's so good, man. It was fusiony and kind of funky at times. Surprisingly funky at times, I would say. Really just kind of a perfect vibe for the show. That's a great record. And somebody was like, man,
Steve Cropper plays on this
like
album.
where's this been? I'm like, I don't play this enough.
Produced by Steve Cropper. Will Lee plays on this album.
Really great stuff. From Cameraman's Box, if you guys watched last week's program before we got kicked off the air on YouTube.
One of the Brecker brothers. Oh, both of them.
Both the Brecker brothers.
Billy Cobham.
That explains the funkiness. Billy Cobham's on that?
Yep.
Holy shit. I did not realize that. You got both Breckers?
He's that one right there.
Racist.
I'm just saying.
Racist. In these times, Steve?
No, I could pick him out.
You mean run that United Negro College Fund spot?
We might have to.
I've got it somewhere. This was, if you guys saw last week's program, I found this cleaning up the house. Found this huge box of Cameraman's records that he left over here. And there's a lot of, your standard fair dollar stuff in there, but I pulled out some banging records last week. And one of the ones this week that we played that was in that little hall was this Waylon live record. It's a Waylon I didn't actually own on RCA. I don't know the year. September September 74. Of course it's kick-ass because it's Waylon. It's a little rough, like when it first starts, you can hear some pops and crackles, but once the playing and singing starts going, you don't really notice any of the nonsense on there at all. That was a pretty kick-ass record. Something I was playing all the time for months and kind of backed off a little bit, but I wanted to pick it up a little bit. Favorite live country LP? I See Why, dude. I mean, that's some banging stuff. And Waylon does really well live. I'm a kind of a weirdo when it comes to live records. I don't like a lot of live records. That's a good one. Waylon does good live records. Would you say you like it better than... I don't know that I like it better than studio stuff. There's only a couple of bands. Is there a band that you like live recordings better than their studio stuff? How about you, chat? Drop a comment. Is there a band you like their live shit better than studio stuff?
Maybe Grateful Dead?
My number one that comes to mind is Jane's Addiction. I think Jane's Addiction, I used to have a bunch of bootleg CDs. And I think because Perry Farrell overdid the delay stuff on his voice.
Right.
It was like way over the top with the delay. Just kept going. I always really liked that. 5 L's. Yeah, probably not. Grateful Dead and Fish. Yeah. REO Speedwagon, you get what you pay for. Allman Brothers. Probably that one I just pulled out, or I just bought.
Live at Fillmore.
Yeah, the Live at Fillmore. Yeah. Yeah.
So basically jam bands.
Jam bands tend to be at the top of the list here. Yeah, Fish of the Dead. Yeah. Okay. I mean, that makes sense. But anyway,
some of those Cream albums are damn good. The live shit.
Oh yeah.
Amazing.
But it's funny because some other bands release stuff like live, and I'm like, oh God, I don't want to hear this. That's why I steer away from a lot of it especially when it comes to like spending a few dollars on something. I'm like, yeah, I'll pick something up at Goodwill that's live. That well, this might be okay, but I'm not I'm out of space for records, so I'm out of room for this might be okay. But I still do that, you know, because that's what it's all about. Widespread Panic, that's another one in here. But I pulled up this Mastodon record, Emperor of Sand, the last one that came out a couple of years ago. I mean, that's like heavier, proggier stuff that came out recently. That's still hooky and catchy. Man, it doesn't get much better than Mastodon. And as I was reminding people in the chat, did play with them back in the day. Had a little convo with them. No big deal. You know, everybody hangs out with Mastodon, right? You guys have all hung out with Mastodon. Oh wait, that's just me.
You'll share a backline.
We did. Actually, they told us they were sorry that the people were throwing shit at us. That's the conversation I had with Mastodon. was them telling me how sorry they were that people were throwing shit at us, the Slayer fans. But anyway, this came out of Cameraman's box as well, just like a tampo. Big War fan on the program, from the early Eric Burden stuff all the way through. But I never really paid attention to or knew that War continued on much into the 80s. And I didn't really have any of those records.
Apparently no one does.
And a lot of people in chat were coming up with this and being like, is this really War? This is War's Life is So Strange. Got the original Shrink sort of on it. But I think this is like 85 or something. I remember it was like mid 80s, I believe. I may just be whistling Dixie here. I don't know. But I know it's later. And it's there's like a reggae track. It's kind of funky and electro, but still it's got the War vibes. I heard some harp in there, which I can only assume it's probably Lee Oscar. Maybe not. I don't know. But that it's so good. Oh, Alice in Chains Unplugged. I'll throw another one out there. You know what really got me into Neil Young was Neil Young's Unplugged. That's one of the best. I was in high school when Neil Young's Unplugged came out, and I did not really know Neil Young. I mean, if you said Crosby, Stills, Nash, and Young, I'd have been like, yeah, I know those, but like, you know, I was just a young man. I didn't know any better.
I worked security at a Neil Young concert. The Trans tour. It was weird. Weird period.
And that's right when I started playing guitar. So I remember my mom helping me like learn some of those Neil Young, main chord songs off of the Unplugged. I had it recorded on VHS, and same with Nirvana Unplugged. I would pause it when his hands were like, this, and my mom would be like, well, that's a C chord, and she was helping me kind of figure it out. But that's a sleeper, man. That War record is an absolute sleeper. I've never heard that. I've never seen it. I didn't know it existed. I'll be honest with you. Anyway, went with the Grown Men Record Night staple after this. Hadn't listened to this in a while. Nothing says this program like Tres Hombres, baby. The 70s ZZ Top is where it's at. The best gate. I gotta show it. I mean, you guys know what it looks like, but I'm gonna show it. The best gatefold of all time. I said it. You know why? Because it's a big ass plate of Mexican food. I mean, that's the best gatefold of all time. I got you cold beer over there, cheese boiling over stuff. There's a rotten ass corn on the cob down there. Well, they call it maize. We call it corn on the cob, Steve. I don't know about your house, but look at that, man. That's the best gatefold of all time. Rarely is a gatefold make me like dead ass makes me hungry, like for real. That one does. Every time. So I started actually, I used to always listen to Herb Alpert and Mexicali Brass and Sergio Mendez when I was making tacos and stuff, and I started folding in a little ZZ Top Tres Hombres in there, man. This, a very special record, is the first contribution from our new house guest, the kids here. Picked up a new record this week, Father John Misty. Heard the name, wasn't super familiar, but apparently had some fans in the chat when we were playing it. Speaking of great album covers and great gatefolds, and this has got all kinds of crazy stuff inside of it. I think this is a 2017 record. Look at this. Look at this gatefold. And inside of that, hold that so I don't put something stupid on it. Nice little fold out with some more artwork on it, some more crazy artwork. But it has this accompanying book, Exercises for Listening, which is nuts.
On Sub Pop.
It's on Sub Pop. What is it, 2017? So it lists like supplies. For the first song, I Love You, Honey Bear.
2015.
2015. For the first song, I Love You, Honey Bear, it says supplies. One blazing hot August morning, one itchy mouth, one hungover semi-hard-on. Okay. It's got like a list of supplies. Here's one that says, make yourself a pot of tea, don't steep it too long, sit down somewhere quiet to quiet your mind. It's like instructions for listening to the record. That's pretty unique, I have to say. Pretty cool though. And I dug that, man. That was a great record. You know what? We had a couple people say sounded like Moody Blues, and something a little more modern that stuck out was actually that Orville Peck. It made me think of Orville Peck, which that's actually Sub Pop as well, if I'm not mistaken. Very interesting. And then Steve, you pulled out a little hard and heavy here.
Mothership.
Mothership. What was their deal again? Texas band?
Yeah, Dallas, I think.
Kind of straight up stoner
Trio.
rock band.
Good picture, little art on the back of the trio.
And got a real 70s hard and heavy vibe to it.
Yeah, it's got a little.
But they're a modern band, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
I think somebody.
Vance, is it Zep Pearl seen them live? Said they were fantastic live.
Yeah.
I was not familiar with this band. I'm pretty hip to the skip for this.
This is
that
from
genre.
2014.
Music. I was really not aware of them, to be honest.
Self-titled.
Very cool record. And you picked that up pretty decent price, right? It was like a. Okay, well.
I had trade credit.
Well, then it's all gravy. Speaking of which, this says sale on it. You got this for a sale price. Can't go wrong here. Now, this is a Can record that I would not gravitate toward immediately because I would think there's so many other good ones, and it's soundtracks.
It's good, though. It's from 1970.
It's really one of my favorites.
It's a compilation of music they did for films.
I think it's one of my least favorite covers. And so for some reason, I tend to overlook this one when it comes to Can records.
And I think it's the first one that really, where Damo Suzuki was the singer.
Oh yeah.
They had a singer before him. I don't remember what his name was.
You know, it's funny because we talked about this a couple of weeks ago. A band like Can is another good example. I love my favorites so much that I probably go back to the favorites too much. You know what I mean? Well, there's all these other records that I probably should. I think the ultimate example of that's King Crimson. I have 3 or 4 King Crimsons that I absolutely are in love with. So some of the other ones, because there's a bazillion King Crimson records, I don't listen to as much. And when I actually sit down and listen to them, I'm like, dude, what are you doing? Why are you not listening to this? And then, to be honest, I didn't have all Steve's Game, all the images loaded for that game. That was supposed to be the last record. And then I was like, man, we gotta play a little something to carry us. Actually, before that, we played, just to catch us up to speed here, we did play that Charlie Daniels. We played a couple of tracks off of that. And then we played a side of that Good, the Bad, and the Ugly soundtrack from Morricone. Had to give a little tribute in there because I knew we were going to talk about him being all dead and stuff on the show. But I play this all the time. That's another great Taco making music, actually. Good, the Bad, and the Ugly soundtrack. That's a good Taco job and stuff. But to carry us over to get all the graphics loaded in and do the stuff we needed to do, Steve grabbed a little Motor Booty Affair, Parliament. Fantastic record. I guess just kind of dangling off of the funk shelf over there and just made a little quick stab. Made a little quick stab in there to make it happen. But that was what we played this evening. Now, I've got one question to ask everybody. Who's ready for some marbles? Who is ready for some marbles? Oh yeah.
It's a pop-up.
What is it?
This gatefold's a pop-up.
Oh, the motor booty affair?
Yeah.
Hold that up.
Look at that. Kind of crazy.
Wow. Oh yeah, I forgot that. I mean, we did this on the show before, but that's it's pretty crazy. All right, here we go, guys. I'm gonna bring us over. We can vote for tracks, but
Hold on, I need to get in.
we can vote for if you. But we can't. We should just do. We should just do a. We got to do a random track 'cause we don't know. We don't know these
Have you
tracks.
started it yet?
No. No. I'm gonna go to random. I'm gonna go to race. I'm gonna load her up here. Hope everybody's nice and stretched out. I don't want any pulled hammies or anything. Oh, we got one of the loop-de-loops here. So this may take a
Do we
minute.
enter now?
You can. You can go !play in the chat. That's !play to get in the game.
Scotty, you probably need to do it again.
!play. Play. Tommy John. Play. The password is balls. I watched the original password today.
Have we done this one?
I don't know if we've done this track or not. You guys will probably know better than I do. !play. Gonna give you guys a second to load in. You can do, Luke, you can do !play and it puts you in there, but it says Restream bot. So it looks like, I don't think we have any Restream bots, so you can do it from YouTube. So if you do an !play in the chat, it should get you in there. It's weird because I use a program called Restream that makes us multicast to multiple platforms. And this is kind of tailored to Twitch, and it gets kind of weird with YouTube, but you can still get in there. So if you do an !play,
Yep.
you can definitely get in there. Yep, see out there in the green it says Restream bot? That's you, buds. Alright, I'm shutting her down. There we go.
He got his own color.
Yeah, I like that. It's a nice looking color. I like standing out above the crowd. Alright, good luck everybody. We're going to count her down now. Alright, I hope everybody flies off the track. Except for me. That's how winners think, Steve. Here we go. It's a cluster coming right off the bat here. Everybody's just bunched up. Everybody's jockeying for position. Oh, but look at, oh, whoa. Oh, look at me and Mike duking it. We're duking it. Everybody's just right around this same. Who's going to go down the tunnel first? Back and forth. Back and forth. Mr. Bizarro. Oh,
Nope.
oh, look.
You're
Oh,
first.
look who's out in front. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Whoa. Come on. Slow and steady wins the race. Oh, no.
Damn.
Oh, no.
Up.
Deep track, Zach. What are you doing to me, bro? I'm still stuck back over here. Deep track, Zach. Comfortable lead. Oh, but will this hold him up? Will this hold him up? Michael Cron making a strong push. Scotty Strickland's in here.
You're moving up.
Your boy's right here. Oh, man. But Deep track, Zach having a good run here. This is what getting to the track early does for you, folks.
Stretching your quads.
Oh, wait a minute now. Wait a minute. Oh, but Deep track, Zach's still out in front. We got a three-man race here. Oh, wow. Michael Cron's got a good roll here. Oh. Oh.
Up, look at that.
Oh, no.
Up, up.
Oh, no.
He got pushed up.
Scotty Strickland's over here on this side. Oh, look
Look
your
at that.
Look, your boy's out in front. Come on, baby. Daddy needs a new pair of shoes. Here, coming up to the finish line. Oh, let's go. Let's go. Come on. Well, I'd like to tell everybody good race, Steve, but and I would like to tell you it's hard damn work being this good, but it really ain't. It's kind of a breeze for me, to be honest. But all right, enough shenanigans. Let's get into a dig of the. You got some dig of the week stuff.
I have some.
You sound down about it. I don't,
Well, no, these aren't my like
what,
top run. These are some stuff.
no, these are digs of the week. I mean,
these are digs.
this isn't one of them bullshit show your grail VC videos. This is the stuff we've been digging right now, baby.
Okay then. Is it my turn?
Yeah, put the graphic up.
I picked up this at Underdog, I think.
Looks like an underdog.
A cat named Mike Aldridge,
Okay.
blues and bluegrass,
What?
and he's holding the guitar like on his lap.
Blues and bluegrass.
Yeah.
Man, I've never seen that. You know, label on this guy?
I don't know anything about it.
Tacoma Records.
So it's
74 on Tacoma Records. So is it a bluegrass record?
yeah, it's like a bluegrass record.
a
I think.
bluegrass record.
Pretty sure.
Huh. Interesting.
Um,
Yeah, good race, everybody. That was tight.
David
That's what it's all about.
David Bromberg plays on here. Vassar Clements,
Oh, that's your Clemens. Okay.
Linda Ronstadt, Ricky Skaggs, or it
Ricky
says
Skaggs.
Rick Skaggs,
Rick Skaggs.
Doyle Lawson.
Rick Skaggs.
Doyle Lawson.
P.I.
Doyle Lawson's from around here, I believe.
He sure is. Of course he is. He's a good musician. We're all from around here.
Recorded at Track Records, Washington D.C.
I know.
74.
With the Tacoma label, I figured that was Pacific Northwest, obviously, which
So-
seems odd for.
Look forward to listening to this. I haven't listened to it yet.
It's funny because I think, and you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but like growing up here and over the the last century, bluegrass is bluegrass here. It's the down home country music. I think for a time, bluegrass became kind of a hippie beatnik thing in other parts of the country. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's my take on it. I think I see that in the Pacific Northwest as being kind of a novelty beatnik thing. Man, I'm really into bluegrass, bro. I don't.
Here's a uni record. It looked interesting.
He was on Sugar Hill also. It said. Nice.
Jan Davis, Flamenco Funk.
Huh.
Show that.
Yeah. We got some comments.
It's
John Fay's label. He's a good dobro picker, and was also on Sugar Hill.
okay.
And Goldie Hawn was from Tacoma. Tacoma, Maryland?
Washington.
Jan Davis, Flamenco Funk.
This kind of intrigued me.
He's a flamenco player, obviously.
So I think it's flamenco, but I think he does some covers and shit.
That's pretty cool. Where'd this come from? This a
That digging hole.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, don't give that away too much.
We already did.
The label's from Tacoma, Maryland. Oh, okay.
Oh,
All right.
we know stuff.
Yeah. So
Not.
what? So what?
So yeah, this is I don't even know what year it is.
1948. Done deal. Moving on.
Another from that place.
Oh, I've got this one.
Comment by Les McCann on Atlantic
Yeah.
from 1970.
I can't remember if this is one of those ones where I'm like, oh.
I don't think it is. I think I might have listened to it.
Les McCann, who you know, my favorite record of all time is Les McCann. But I do have some Les McCanns that I was, we'll say, less than
McCann.
overwhelmed with when I got them, to where they were all like "Ooh Baby Baby" songs. And it's funny because it confuses me a lot of the time. The covers, what I think gives away what kind of Les McCann it is. That does not always fly. Some of the ones that look like "Ooh Baby Baby" covers are actually funky as hell. And some of the ones you're like, man, that's a funky looking cover, and it's Les McCann, you put it on, that's the "Ooh Baby Babies." This one, I know I have this one, and I don't play it as often, but I don't know that that's necessarily a bad thing.
Right.
Sometimes, like, again, I go to my favorites. I know there's 2 or 3 that are right at my Buddy Hoyle, and I go for them every time.
Next, we have a jazz record. It's a quadra disc,
Whoa.
modern jazz quartet.
Love modern jazz quartet.
Blues on Bach.
Really? Huh. They're actually playing Bach pieces? No, doesn't look like it. Or they're titled weird if they are. Quadradisc. Now, is this a certain label's? Is this Atlantic?
The label's quadra disc. I'm not.
Well, it says it's got an Atlantic thing down there.
Okay.
Is that their answer to quadraphonic? Was quadraphonic?
I don't know the answer to that.
I wonder if quadraphonic was tied to one label and they had to come up with their own branding for a, 4-channel stereo record. You guys would know that. I'm sure somebody's. Which Les McCann is my favorite? Live at Montreux, baby. It's my favorite record of all time. Live at Montreux.
Swiss Movement. Is he on that?
Yeah, Swiss Movement's him and Eddie Harris.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's Live at Montreux is. It don't get any better than that for me, man. And of course, Talk to the People.
Milt Jackson plays on this.
Milt Jackson's on that.
Yeah.
I love some modern jazz quartet. There's some of that stuff is it's a little.
This
It's a little
This is from '74.
I pick them up. I pick modern jazz quartet up when it's pretty cheap. Let's put it that way.
Next we have from Underdog, little Ian Dury and the Blockheads.
I picked one of those up recently.
It's called Laughter. I picked up one recently.
Did I give it to you?
No.
Oh, okay. That was one I was going to give to Nate, but he already had
This is my
it.
second Ian Dury.
It's not a band I really listened to much. I didn't know much about them, but I knew some people cared about them in the VC and whatnot. Friends of the program. What would you categorize them as, if I may? If you may. If you shall we?
It's not really punk, and it's kind of
New wave?
maybe
No wave? Some wave.
some wave.
Okay. Well, you got whelped.
I don't think it's mod.
Pre-ska.
Pre-Scott, yeah, it could be. Could be that.
Pub rock. Is it pub rock? No.
Yeah, pub rock's a good description.
Okay. They look like they play pub rock. That's a lot of people. 8 people? It takes 8 people to make a goddamn rock and roll record? Since when? Come on.
And it's a promo copy.
All right. Gold stamp. He's got a gold stamp. That's all we do here is gold, baby.
Last but not least, picked up the Isley Brothers Greatest Hits.
Oh, nice.
Really clean copy.
Huh. I don't know that I've seen that
1984
around.
on T-neck.
T-neck.
T-neck. As in turkey neck.
All right.
Yeah, man.
What's the hits on there? What do they got on there?
That lady. Who's that lady? Between the Sheets. It's Your Thing. Fight the Power. Not the one you're probably thinking of.
That's probably not the one I was just thinking of.
I'm not that familiar with all of these, but it's some good music.
Very cool. I think I'm itching now. Now that you've done your little dig of the week thing, it's kind of got me a little itching to get back into a record store.
Yeah.
It's kind of slack this week. It's been a pretty hectic last couple of weeks. Today I was like, man, I think I want to go to a record store. And then when it kind of came down to the nuts and bolts, I was kind of like, I don't know. But this has kind of got me a little energized to maybe get back into a record store, do a little something. I feel like doing a little something. So maybe next week I'm gonna come up with something. Now we got some other ideas for some dig of the week topics that don't involve brand new records.
Right.
I know we want to do a soundtrack thing. We've not done soundtracks. I know Mr. Bizarro was in there. He's a big soundtrack guy. That's what kind of started this. We had a little conversation. I've got one soundtrack that's sealed. That's it's a pretty kick-ass soundtrack, and we got a lot of good ones. Between the two of us, we got a lot of great ones.
Oh yeah.
Jay's got some soundtracks. I think we should do that one time for sure. And it's not something we've really done before. I'm trying to pick some things like that. That's not it's not always brand new records every week. Even though one of us ends up buying brand new records every week. It seems like either way. But anyway, let's take us a quick break. We have soda speak and chip chat.
Yeah.
Give us a little tease on the soda.
It's something I've never seen before. I picked up Best Way Grocery, which has a lot of interesting and odd sodas.
Out of this country or something?
No.
It's a craft soda.
It's a craft soda.
Okay, got a craft soda, and then we have a chip. And I don't want to say too much, other than I'll say this: without even opening this chip and trying it, I've got my eyeball on it for a potential Chip of the Year award.
Wow.
Without even trying it, because it just sounds so damn good. If it sucks, I'm gonna be really disappointed because it just looks too good to be true. It looks too good to be true. So I'll let you guys marinate on that while we take us a quick little break. We'll run some commercials. Let us urinate into the toilet. We'll be right back here with a Grown Man Record Night. You guys don't go anywhere now. We got a lot more show left. Don't do anything crazy. Hey. Also, real quick, the music stopped and nobody said a goddamn word. I'm getting pissed off about it. Nobody said anything. I can just, you guys say, hey, the music stopped. Why don't you hit the button again? And I go back up. I'm not monitoring this. I'm counting you guys.
You mind if I go out in your backyard?
You go in the backyard if you want to. No, don't go in the backyard. That's a bad idea. Don't do that. Well, it's another whole situation. Time to call Jay.
It's about time to call Jay.
All right. Hey, you guys stay tuned. We'll be right back.
More and more people are going public. They're watching the great American alternative, public television. Fascinating, diverse programs for all the family.
A tape of this quality deserves to be played in the most sophisticated of systems. Because Sony Premium Tape has more music, where other tapes have distortion and hiss. Sony Audio Tape. It's the closest you can get to music.
Who's eating his way through Arby's? Pac-Man! Arby's new Pac-Man glass is so popular, everything at Arby's is being gobbled up. There goes a roast beef deluxe. There goes a sub. Whoops, there goes our logo. Come to Arby's today for your fabulous Pac-Man glass. But you better hurry, that Pac-Man is insatiable. There's no stopping him. Get your official Pac-Man glass today, only at Arby's.
I'm Phil Rizzuto for the Money Store, where we can help make your dreams come true. Can you imagine what you could do with $5,000, $10,000, $50,000? You could pay off all your debts, invest in business, or use the money for anything you desire. Imagine anything you desire. Want more information? Call the Money Store toll-free. In New Jersey, dial 800-672-1001. In Connecticut, dial 1-800-842-1105.
Nesta. Mom.
Yes, honey?
You know when we were talking yesterday?
Yes, we were.
You know about periods?
Yes, what about periods?
Do you have periods?
Yes. All women have periods.
Tell me what happens.
Blood from inside of my body comes outside from an opening between my legs. Do you have a question, Jill?
Yes, I want to know if Susie has periods.
Susie?
Yes, Mom?
Jill wants to know something. What do you want, Jill?
Susie, do you have periods?
Do I have periods?
Jill, all women have periods about every 4 weeks for 3 or 4 days. When I'm on my period, blood from inside of my body comes outside from an opening between...
Yeah, we're back. That's right. Yeah, I played a period video. What of it?
That's a quick break. A real quick break.
QB. It took me a minute. That lady scares me now. What are you talking about? It scares you as a child. I'm scared of all ladies. Ladies scare me. What you guys know about it? Really? Oh, TBS 605. Old pro wrestling fans, anybody? Anyway.
Thought it was a Bible verse.
2 Corinthians, that's my one. There was a guy on Twitch, a guy I follow on Twitch, who was playing in a chess tournament today. And he said, I'm kind of worried because the first guy I'm playing's name is like Trump. It was like spelled weird, but it was like certainly says Trump. And people were, I was like, man, you better watch it. If his first move is 2 Corinthians, I would watch that first move. 7:05 the Braves, you got it, dude. 6:05 was wrestling on Saturday nights, baby. All right, let's what are we doing?
So to speak?
Show's over? No, wait. So to speak.
Yeah.
And you picked up some soda.
Yeah. I picked up a bulk of sodas.
Bulk soda.
Because I knew we needed some, and it's been a while since we actually went out and bought things like that. And so I stocked up. And I think last week we did one that I think we agreed was terrible.
It was pretty bad.
We compared the ginger beers and ginger ale.
I tried the remainder the next day. It wasn't any better. I was like, well, maybe I had a bad taste in my mouth.
It was a healthy version of a ginger beer from Asheville.
Like a craft ginger beer. And I've assumed it was
what we have here is also from Asheville, North Carolina. Cool cover. The cover? The thought of the flavors.
Record collector. It's got a cool cover.
Intrigue me. Blueberry Feels Forever.
Oh, wow. This looks like a beer. It looks like an IPA or something. Blueberry Feels Forever. Sparkling
blueberry
lemonade.
Lemonade.
I mean, that looks like an IPA, like a craft. Is it from a brewery?
Devil's Foot?
That's the same place that one last week
Devil's
came from.
Foot Beverage Company. Uh-oh, it might suck.
That's the same place that ginger beer came from. All right. Kind of let us up. It's the same as last week. Big build up and then
Devil's Foot. I hope it doesn't suck.
Well, yeah, that goes without saying.
It's got a great cover.
I hope I don't get cancer. That also goes without saying, Steve.
So it says filtered water, fresh squeezed organic lemon juice, organic cane sugar, regional honey.
I got some regional honey.
And fresh blueberries.
All that's what that said last week. You got the COVID? Let me check your temperature real quick. Let me check your temperature.
Yeah, it's...
No, don't spoil it before I take a sip. Doesn't help. It had some of your residual blueberry lime around the No, that's much better.
It's refreshing.
I love this.
Do you?
Yeah. It's very tart and also very light at the same time.
Kind of weak, I thought.
It's weak, but the tart is pronounced. I taste lemon. Lemon. It's not sweet. It's lemon. It's almost like a salty lemon, which I love. Try it again. That's good, man. That's one of the better things I've had that I can remember in a while. That's so much better than that one from last week. I'm tart and light. You got it? That's good stuff, man. Also would make a great mixer, but I feel that would kind of be wasting a craft soda. I'm not a big guy who's like take a craft soda and mix it. You won't enjoy stuff like that. You can buy bullshit and mix it.
It only has 15 grams of sugar, so that's why it's light.
I'm about to taste that lemon is really pronounced. Let's give it another look. I'm going to show that off. It's local. It's got some local feels. It's a little North Carolina on there. Come on now. All good things come from North Carolina, baby. You looking at it, son? You looking at it. Good stuff. I like that. Chalk it up. Chalk it. Somebody chalk that. You chalk it? Got any chalk? We're chalking it anyway. Now for Chip Chat, this was something. The kid found these marked down. It's even got the little. It's like a hand drawn. I think this was like a.
She didn't write that?
No. This is like a.
So you write them on the street corner?
No, I think it was like a local groceteria. What we know is Food Lion around here. You guys in the South may know Food Lion. No, this one definitely doesn't shy away from the lemon, Mike. This is like Lemon City. It's like Country Time lemonade. It's like syrup. It's too much sugar. This is like, it's almost like a LaCroix with like extra lemon and a dick kiss of sugar in there.
Yeah, dick kiss. You don't get as much sugar as you get in a normal lemonade.
No way. Not even, because I would not be in favor of that.
I think what they call it, sparkling whatever, kind of
that's what
sets the tone.
Yeah, like a LaCroix or one of these seltzers or whatever. It's like a really pronounced non-alcoholic, like seltzer with a, you know. But anyway, this was a Food Lion locally, and it was in, I think, one of the like put aside sections. Maybe it wasn't Food Lion. It was one. It was a store, but it was at a put aside clearance section. When's the last time you've seen a Pringles for $1.50? It had a handwritten $1.50 price tag on it.
Is it already opened or something?
Well, no. So check this out. I can't believe this has kind of went under our radar to this point, because it tells me if it's on clearance that this has been out for a little while. You would think.
Right.
So you'd think this would have been come up to us by now, but it's a Pringles Wendy's Baconator flavor. Look at this can, folks. Look at that burger. This is going to have the flavor of a Wendy's Baconator.
Show the seal on the pop top.
It's sealed.
No, I'm saying it's Wendy.
Oh yeah, it's Wendy. It's going to be awful? Come on, dude. A Wendy's Baconator.
If it's anything near a Baconator, it's going to be really good.
Yeah. Yeah, Country Time was great. When I was a kid, I loved that shit, of course. But like, I'll tell you what, I really like this. What's the French lemonades? They come in the glass bottle with a little thing. I know I'm being a little bougie right now, but that's a good lemonade. Luke mentioned Simply Lemonade. That's a good one. I like the Simply Limeade. I'm a big limeade guy. I used to put salt in my limeade because I have a problem. Anyway, I'm real excited for these. They smell like a Wendy's burger, man. I mean, mixed with some Pringles. I'm taking a little stack. Take you a little stack. Don't just grab one. Get you a little stack now. You guys know what a Pringle looks like. There's no sense. It's not overly saturated with junk on it. You can see some flavor there. Huh. First thing that comes to your mind.
The first thing that comes to my mind?
Orangina. Thank you, Aaron. That's it. The first thing that came to my mind was Bacos. Like the fakey bacon bits for a salad.
Bacon really didn't jump in there.
No?
I'm tasting like the burger.
The burger. But you do taste the burger. You don't taste bacon bits on that?
Yeah. But it's not like heavy bacon. There's enough other flavor.
But I do taste burger. In a good way. You know, we've done some burger chips, some hot dog chips, some rib chips. That Cameron used to always say, anything that artificially tastes like meat is weird. Like it just, that was kind of a, meh. This is pretty good. The hers rib chips were fantastic. It's more barbecue than anything, but there's that little hint of meat. This is a perfect balance.
Sounds like you're saying rib tips.
You see that sign that says rib tips? No, you want to go over there. I think this is a perfect balance of burger and bacon with enough artificial so that you know you're eating a Pringle. But it's, oh man, it's good. I'm not mad at these at all. And I think the more you eat, the more bacony it gets. Which one's still your favorite chip, Zach? The rib one? Pringles have potatoes, rice, and wheat in them. Huh. No, it's not too smoky. I don't get smoky at all. That fake smoke, I don't get that.
No.
Considering what they're, going for here, the flavor is non-intrusive. Doesn't like kick you in the dork. Just kind of a low-key, nice Pringle with a different flavor. Man, I get that bacon. I get it, man. It's good stuff. I don't know if it vaults to chip of the year. It's a consideration. I think it's good. I think, given how good the flavor is, or how light the flavor is, my only gripe would be that maybe I could see having a little more flavor on the chips. I think that may actually help it a little bit. Because some chips...
You'll be in trouble if we come in here with a wrap chip or, be some trouble.
Yeah. I mean, if that was flavored like a wrap chip, maybe it would be too much. Maybe that's why they did it that way. It's a safe play. Because sometimes when...
We'll see.
Sometimes when you do the too much seasoning, it's kind of completely... Look at these Pringles fans. Pringles any flavor? Just recently got it. Let me tell you something now. Luke's got 4 different cans in his cabinet. That's the kind of shit we like to hear, baby. That's 4 cans of Pringles? I like it. Zach says he just got into salt and vinegar.
I love salt and vinegar Pringles.
Let me give you a little serving suggestion real quick. I learned this a long time ago. If you're a beer drinker, I don't know if you're a beer drinker at all. One of the best flavors together is an IPA and salt and vinegar. Man. And even better, I find if you get salt and vinegar pork rinds. Not everybody's into pork rinds, but I feel the salt and vinegar pork rinds, which you can get at Walmart, around here at least, the Max pork rinds. Salt and vinegar pork rinds have a lot of stuff on them. It's almost overbearing by themselves. They make your mouth all raw, But not the rind, but the seasoning. The salt and vinegar make your mouth a little dry and crazy. But if you combine that with an IPA, which is also kind of overpowering, but it's got that kind of coating slickness to it, of an IPA. Those two things together, oh man. Sweet corn Pringles are outrageous. What's going on, Abacus?
Remember?
Yeah. Did we do those?
Hers did a sweet corn.
We did a hers sweet corn.
It was that was a good example
I
of,
liked it.
of having too much
It was chemical.
artificial flavor on
It tasted artificial. But have we done the Pringles sweet corn?
I don't know.
We'll have to check the chip sheet. Because we don't remember stuff because we have substance abuse problems. See? That's okay. We all got to be something. And sometimes that something is champions. Do we want to squeeze in one more marble race?
We probably should.
Let's do it. You guys want to do one? What time? How many more we got? We only been live an hour and 50 minutes. Let's do one more marble race. Come on. Come on. You guys know you want to. Then we're going to go over to Twitch and play some more record albums. Let me do this. I'll do this graphic while we're doing this. I'll do the Twitch graphic. So you guys come over here. No, not that one. Not that one. Not that one. Not that one. That one. Boom. Come over to Twitch. We're gonna play some.
Ben Daniels says you need to throw back some more seltzers. You're too serious.
I'm serious. Oh no.
That was.
Oh, I forgot. We're on Facebook too, aren't we?
Are we?
Yeah, I think we're on Facebook. I noticed last week though, and I appreciate anybody that's checking us out on Facebook because it wasn't relaying the messages into the chat like it should have been. I should be seeing chat from all three platforms, and it wasn't. Okay, I'm loading up a random track here. Hopefully we get a good one. Hopefully we're getting. Oh, it's a Plinko track!
Oh,
exclamation point Ray play.
Ray.
Play Ray. Exclamation point play. Exclamation point play. Come on now. Exclamation point play. The password is nutsack. Come on. Exclamation point Ray. Exclamation point Ray. Stinko Malenko. Exclamation point Stinko Malenko. Exclamation point Ray. He's feeding back. Steve is feeding back. Did you guys get in here now? Steve's playing the feedback game. People are going to be like, hey, something wrong with the microphones. You guys in? Let's do it. Let's do it. You guys in? 10 seconds. Good luck, everybody. Not really, just me. 10 seconds. Good luck, everybody. Not really, just me. 10 seconds. Good luck, everybody. Okay. This should be an interesting little track. This may be a quick track. Some of these tracks that look like this are quick.
Here we go.
Okay. Here we go. Oh, got a restring bot out in front. Oh, Aaron Griffin, the top shot. Look at here now. Look at here now. Aaron kind of a little loop-de-loo here. I like this track. Oh, but look at number one. No, sorry.
Stay on the track.
You just got to stay on the track, dude. Oh, a little hop. I don't know about that. Oh. That's like on RC Pro-Am when you hit them turbos. Oh,
Uh-oh, you got passed.
I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Oh, I like that. I like that. Come on. What if I did a twofer? 2 in 1 night stage. Oh no, who just hopped over me? No, that's bullshit. You just hopped over, no. Deep track Zach. Oh, come on. I'm stalling out.
Oh!
Look at Aaron Griffin. Oh, I like this track. You guys remember this track? It's called Twisted Toothpick. Let's do this one again sometime. Oh no, Aaron, I'm so sorry.
Oh!
I'm so sorry.
This is the.
Look at Vance. Step Pearl. Nice moves. Nice move. Oh, got held up there a little
smooth.
bit. It was smooth. Close.
Look at that. He's through.
Nice strong finish. God, Vance won the trivia. He won a marble race. If Shane's still in here, we may do.
If I were him, I'd go out and buy a lottery ticket.
I think we need to time Vance out for a while. Let's time him out. I don't like that.
Can't win them all, son.
I think what my daddy said.
Or you can cheat.
That's right. No, he said when you don't think you
Wow, I
can,
came in last.
when you don't think you can win a fight, pick up an equalizer, is what my dad said. Exact words.
Really?
Yep. And then my uncle told me a story about how he hit a dude with a 2x4.
Was that his equalizer?
Yes, because he was a little gentleman. Vance, congratulations. That's a nice little. That's a nice little run right there, bro. I'll be honest with you. That's a good run. That's a good run. There's nothing to be ashamed about that. That's a good run. Man, winning marble races, winning trivia. That's a good night, Vance. You can go to sleep a happy camper this evening. You put in a good hard day of digital dominance, I would say. It's a good day of digital dominance right there. Good stuff. Thanks for everybody for participating, hanging out with. I just did the what's his name? Alan
Alan Thick?
Lupton.
Alan Ludden?
Alan Ludden.
Lupton.
From Lupton,
Password?
Lupton Iced Tea. Yeah. You guys watch Buzzer, old game shows? You should. Anyhow, we appreciate you. Come over with Twitch with us. We're gonna play some record albums for a little bit. And we're gonna stay up too crazy late. We're gonna play some more record albums. May do a little retro gaming over there. Who knows?
Worst.
And Angie's List. But we'll go over there and play some records. You guys come hang out with us. Follow us over there if you would, please. And on all our socials.
Don't cost you
It
anything.
don't cost you nothing. Why you don't want to already do it? Why you don't want to follow us? Why you don't follow us? I'll tell you why you don't. You might be one of those right there. I don't know. Thanks everybody. We'll see you next time on an all new Grown Man Record Night where we have new things to talk about and new pumples to pop. What?